think we need 4 for a quorum, and we need 5 for a quorum.
6 o'clock.
Let me see, 1, 2, 3. We need 4 for a quorum. There's our 4th.
Joyce Lopez?
Hi, Joyce.
Hello.
I'll give it 30 seconds here, so. Anybody call and tell you they couldn't make it, Ruby?
No.
Hey Steve, I couldn't hear. Who was on the phone so far?
Brad, Scott, you're Scott, right?
Yes.
Scott, Joyce, and myself. So we have 4 technically, so that's about it.
All right.
How about Chris? Have you heard from Chris?
So Chris Lilly is no longer a Resolution Copper employee.
Okay.
Brad Lingard is the new HSE manager, so he'll be
Okay.
sitting in with us from now on.
All right. Brad, nice to meet you. This is Steve Estatico. I'm on the town council.
Appreciate it.
So I'm going to start. I got 6:01. I'm going to start the meeting. So I'll call the order. Frank Alanis, Joyce Lopez,
Here.
John Perez, Tim Gatto, Heston Klink, Chris Lilly is no longer with us, Scott Stilgenbauer,
Yes.
Brad Lingard,
Yeah.
myself. We have a quorum. Also present is Todd Pryor, the town manager, and Ruby Cervantes, the town clerk. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Liberty and justice for all.
We do have a quorum, so I'll proceed. Consent agenda. This is approval of the minutes on the November 19th meeting, 2020. And Brad, what you'll probably have to do too is call town hall, get your email so Ruby can start sending stuff out to you as well. So, can I have a motion to approve the minutes of November 19th, 2020 meeting?
Yeah, Scott here. I'll move to approve the minutes.
I have a motion. Can I get a second?
I'll second signature.
I have a motion, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. New business discussion on quarterly drills. The upcoming 2021 quarter 1 drill. Do we have a date on that drill?
We do not currently, so we're still in COVID lockdown at this point, so we're not having any external engagements.
Okay.
So we'll continue to work with fire on this and come up with we can do another virtual drill like we did in Q4.
Okay.
But no dates have been set.
Do I need a motion to table? All right, we'll just move on. Thanks, Scott. We'll move on to item B. Discussion on the audit of the Superior Fire Department purchases made with the funding from Resolution Copper and response to strategic questions from Emergency Services Agreement prepared by Public Safety Research Group. And again, Brad, if you can call Town Hall and give Ruby your email, we'll get that out to you. Does anybody have any questions? Scott, did you see the audit?
Yeah, I read through it and I was hoping that we could have fire present when we discussed it and they could give us their feedback. So I'd like to put this on the agenda for the next meeting, when they could actually be here to represent themselves and go through it a little bit.
So if you would, make a motion to table.
Motion to table, please.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that, thank you.
I have a motion to table, I have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
I just somebody beeped on though.
Who just called on?
Hey, everybody, this is Heston Kling. Sorry for being late.
All right, Heston, that's all right. We just tabled item B because we don't have Chief Alanis or Chief Perez here, okay?
Okay.
So item C, discussion of, on the agreement for the provision of emergency response services between the Town of Superior and Resolution Copper Mining LLC. This was approved and signed at the January 14th, 2021 Town Council meeting. So the emergency services agreement has already been approved. Anybody have any comments or questions on it?
A suggestion for everyone as you read the contract, if you haven't already, because this does set out the guidelines for this committee, as well as all their funding and everything for the year. So it's an important read for committee members.
This was only a discussion item, so it doesn't need any a motion to approve. Anybody have any other comments or questions?
Yeah, just a question, have all the committee members received a copy of the signed agreement? You know, Todd?
Yes.
That's correct.
It was in the agenda, and then it was also separate.
No other questions or comments? Item D, discussion on the agreement with Enterprise for PD fleet purchases and routine maintenance on vehicles. This was approved at the Town Council meeting on February 11th, 2021. And I'll just have Todd comment on that.
Just to give everybody an update, this is going to affect our capital expenditures going forward, mostly for police. Rather than buying individual vehicles, these vehicles are getting about 4 years old now, so we'd have to start looking at a replacement policy for them. But rather than doing that, we're going to lease them through Enterprise. The concept here is we buy them under state contract pricing. A new pickup truck is maybe $20,000, and then we sell it in about 3.5 years, and we get probably about $20,000 back out of it. So we get the use of it for 4 years, and we get to keep some of the equity and roll that into the next purchase. So we're going to replace pretty much the entire fleet for the town, which is 20 vehicles over a 6-year period. This primarily affects police and public works. There is only one fire vehicle I know of that would be eligible for this policy. It doesn't cover fire trucks. It doesn't cover heavy equipment, so it's just all our light vehicle fleet. So there's about 20 vehicles that have to be replaced. Like I said, it's going to take 6 years to do that. The first year purchase is going to be a new 4x4 quad cab, I believe, for the police department. They want a commercial vehicle inspection vehicle so that they can go out. There's a lot of heavy trucking coming through, and that's just going to increase. So they want to be able to inspect these vehicles. So they're running up a vehicle inspection program. There's also 2 public works vehicles on the first year purchase. And anybody have any questions about that?
Again, this was just a discussion item, and again, this item was approved on the February 11, 2021 meeting at the Town Council meeting. So if anybody has any comments or questions, further questions, ask now, forever hold your peace. Hearing none.
Question real quick. On the existing fleet, what will happen to that? Will it be sold off at this point to raise some capital, or?
As they age out, they will be sold, and a new one will be purchased to fill the slot. The equity from that will help pay for the cost of the next vehicle. So the whole concept is you sell them faster. You don't sit on a vehicle until the wheels fall off. You sell it while there's still some equity in it, and you roll that into your next purchase.
Any other questions?
Makes sense.
Hearing none, I'll move to adjournment, and just one comment. In our next meeting, we need to make sure that the chiefs are here so we can discuss the audits. So item number 6 is adjournment. Hey, can I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Heston. Do I have a second?
I'll second. Scott here.
Thanks, Scott. All in favor, say aye. Any
Aye.
opposed? Thank you, guys. Meeting is adjourned. Have a good
Thank
evening.
you.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Well, it's